Back and forth, more from Teofimo's side. You approached your father. You told him something. What is it that you told him? Because I know he was trying to like get some antics towards you, and it didn't get to you.
No, I just told him about himself. He know what I said, but he got to stop being a clown, you know? Like, everybody not with the clown antics and things like that just because he want to sell a fight. It's cool to sell a fight, but I'm not fighting. Leave me alone. I'm retired.
You give yourself time to reflect and appreciate how well you've done so far in your career?
No, not at all. I hate myself for it, but it's part of it. It's just part of the life.
Or appreciate it as well?
I don't appreciate it. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I think that I get butchered, and I think God punishes me a lot for it. So I'm just a punching bag to that. So one day I'll get, maybe one day, but not yet.
We appreciate you though, brother.
No, these guys appreciate you too.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just never got my fair share. I never did. Not once, man.
The way you look at it.
Not once. But hey, that's just my journey. I guess I just never took on Baphomet, so I just gotta keep it moving.
Terence Crawford didn't raise his voice, but when Bud addressed Teofimo Lopez's past comments, his words landed like a judge's gavel. He wasn't arguing with emotion. He was arguing standards.
Every time, gotta put respect to it. To all my brothers and sisters, I love you guys. Always salute to the power that it be above. I thank you guys. I never wanted anything to harm you guys at all. So for that, my condolences to all you guys and to the slavery and everything that's ever happened mentally.
See, look, I look at it like this. It's a prime example. When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ every time. So if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ.
Crawford framed it simply. Trash talk is part of boxing, but when it slips into racial insults and stereotypes, you're no longer selling a fight. You're exposing yourself.
Lopez apologized for slavery because of all of the disrespect and the racist comments he was given. Bud Crawford calling him a monkey, the N-word with the hard ER, etc., etc., etc. Who knew all Tio needed was an ass whooping? Well, Shakur gave him exactly that.
That moment mattered because Bud isn't just an internet voice. He's a pound-for-pound great who's lived the grind and understands how words echo back once the gloves go on.
Offended all of us, so you know exactly what you're doing. You tried to play that game, making them racist remarks, and I said, I'm not feeling it. I don't like when Ryan Garcia did it. I'm not understanding that type of stuff at all. I stand firm on that. Well, Terence Crawford seen this after this last match when he got dominated. Shakur Stevenson put down the complete demonstration. He didn't get but one round. Terence Crawford went up. You know, they had the little situation where they was about to get into it and stuff and said, hey, they mad. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. F T.O., F his daddy, F his sister, and anyone else that has a problem.
And Teofimo's history didn't disappear. Taking shots at black fighters, questioning why networks signed them, mocking their success. All of that stacked up. You could feel it hanging over him when he finally broke his silence after the loss, talking about punishment and reflection.
First of all, you don't joke about people's trauma. Second of all, it ain't even funny. So you know why he was doing it. He was purposefully being racist. So you get what you deserve. Tio was complaining about ESPN signing black fighters. From Devin Haney to Shakur to Shushu to Keyshawn. Ironically, they all won, and Tio is the only one that lost. They all won in impressive fashions, becoming champions, etc. Teofimo Lopez is the only one that lost in an embarrassing fashion.
Whether you believe in karma or not, boxing has a way of answering disrespect with reality. Then came the ring, and that's where Shakur Stevenson erased all the talk. From the opening bell, Shakur didn't just outbox Teofimo, he outthought him, turning every feint into a trap and every rush into a mistake.
But it was a hell of a night. T.O., he came and tried to do his best, but his best wasn't enough.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I thought T.O., he came, he brought it, but you were just that much better. I was so impressed by the range control, the balance, the discipline in there. How did you feel in there?
I knew since the second round it was over. I went back to my corner, I told him, I said, I'm stronger than he is. And when I seen that, it just gave me more confidence, and it was my night.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you filled out really well, 140. You looked really strong in there, big. Is this your best weight class?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna be at 140. I have no clue. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and sit down and scan myself. I'm gonna watch the fight, see how I like it, and we'll see from there.
Teofimo looked confused and frustrated, always a beat behind a fighter who had already solved the puzzle. This wasn't about strength or toughness. It was about timing, IQ, and preparation. Shakur made a former champion look ordinary without theatrics, and that's the coldest kind of dominance.
Saw how hard you trained in there. It showed in the ring, the discipline, the shape you were in. You had great cardio. Looked like you could have gone, 18 rounds.
I could have. That was easy. I actually was picking it up as it go, but T.O., he fought to not get stopped, so respect to him.
Wait, so respect for fighting to not get stopped?
I mean, he could have got stopped in there. It was almost over at a couple of times.
Isn't that more respect, maybe, if you...
I mean, he's a tough fighter.
Yeah.
He got power, too. Speed, too.
So that cut you opened up, that was what, precision?
That was me just being the best. Hey, Mike, we about to get...
So when people connect the dots afterward, Crawford calling out the disrespect, Teofimo questioning his own path, and Shakur delivering a masterclass, it feels less like coincidence and more like boxing doing what it always does. Talk all you want. Eventually, the ring tells the truth.
Just what was it like in there? How come you didn't really feel like you could get into the rhythm as such? I mean, just your perspective on it.
Yeah, I think I was just honestly too focused on one particular objective, one particular thing, than really enjoying what I could see opening. I was catching him a lot with the body shots a lot, so I think that was one of my effective arsenals that was getting him every time. But I think just more combinations, especially finish with left hooks and stuff. I did poorly on not listening to my team. That's on me. Take it on the chin.
Right after watching Shakur turn the fight into a live demonstration of timing, control, and distance, Teofimo Lopez Sr. stepped up, sounding like a man trying to explain a storm after it had already passed. He starts by saying everything was fine, then immediately explains how nothing was fine. He keeps going back to sparring, to what they drilled, to what should have happened. That's the first crack. Because when he says he didn't do what I told him, what he's really saying is a plan never survived contact with Shakur's mind.
The sparring sessions were like what motivated me to this fight. That I was 100% sure we was gonna win. For some reason, the game plan, my son didn't do what I told him he was supposed to do.
You can hear the frustration when he talks about rhythm, about stopping Shakur from doing what Shakur does best. That's the nightmare matchup in one sentence. Senior floats the idea that media narratives, social chatter, and future fight talk got into Teofimo's head. That's not crazy, but it quietly admits something bigger. This wasn't a physical loss. It was a mental one. When he says Teofimo's power wasn't there, I don't hear drained muscles. I hear hesitation.
How you gonna fight, a fight when everybody wants you to lose? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened. It just looked like all his powers were not there. Like everything was like that we planned, everything that he did in sparring, everything that we planned to do was not there.
And when he insists Teofimo wasn't beat up and went 12 rounds, that a father protecting his son's pride, not a coach breaking down the chessboard. The part that really stands out is when he admits Teofimo is easy to mess with mentally. Shakur didn't have to hurt him early. He just had to confuse him. Senior keeps saying everyone wanted his son to lose, but pressure in boxing doesn't come from outside noise. It comes from a man across from you, removing your options. Even the 8th round moment he mentions, where Shakur was supposedly hurt, feels like a reach because Shakur immediately reset and took control again.
All the greats have lost and they have come back and they have done great. So, we're here and we're gonna stay. He's still 28 years old. He's still not in his prime, and we're coming back stronger than ever. Next time I think he's ready to go to 147.
Then comes a pivot to 147, the classic post-loss escape hatch. Bigger weight, fresh start, new monsters. But moving up doesn't fix processing speed, discipline, or adaptability. Teofimo Sr. sounds loyal, emotional, protective, and genuine, but also stuck in a loop of explanations that avoid the simplest truth. Shakur didn't win because Teofimo failed. Shakur won because he was better, faster upstairs, and already 2 moves ahead before Teofimo even started thinking.
We hurt Shakur, like I think in the 8th round, and he was hurt for about 2 rounds, and he let him come back. You know, the whole plan was not to exchange with him. The whole plan was not to box with him. But I guess, you know, it worked to Shakur's benefit, and congratulations to him and to his team. And we got to move to better things, you know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. Regroup and come back. He's the greatest. He's one of the greatest fighters right now in the business, and let's see what happens, you know, in the future.
Right after Teofimo Lopez Sr. finishes explaining the loss like a system malfunction instead of a takeover, Tim Bradley steps in and basically says, "No, you're missing the scary part." Bradley isn't arguing whether Shakur won. He's arguing how little Shakur actually showed. When Bradley says this wasn't a complete package yet, that's not hype, that's a warning label. He's looking at Shakur the same way veterans once looked at a young Bud Crawford. You're still in the loading screen, and notice how he ties it to confidence, not power. Shakur already sees everything, catches everything, counters everything. He just hasn't fully flipped the switch where he decides, I'm done playing with you now. That's chilling.
Still growing as a fighter. He's still growing as a man. He's not even at his peak yet. Let me say that again. He's not at his peak yet. The minute Shakur gets confident enough, because you heard it after when he was just like, I could have stopped him, but he started fighting back. The minute he gets confident enough, man, I'm telling y'all, he gonna stop a lot of fighters.
Bradley even brings up how Shakur admitted he could have stopped Teofimo, but chose control instead. That tells you this fight was managed, not survived. Every time Teofimo tried to think, he got countered. Every time he tried to load up, he froze. At one point, Bradley straight up says Teofimo went amateur, not because he forgot how to fight, but because his brain got overwhelmed. That's elite level dominance. Then Bradley lands a comparison that really sticks. Terence Crawford. Not the power, not the violence, but that moment when Bud gets tired of solving you and decides to end the exam early. That's where Bradley thinks Shakur is headed. Not yet, but soon. Senior is explaining the past. Bradley is forecasting the future. And if Bradley's right, what we saw wasn't peak Shakur, it was a preview.
Shakur turned Teofimo Lopez into an amateur fighter. Didn't even leave first gear. This is not the best Shakur Stevenson. I'm telling you guys. I said this after the Cepeda fight. When Shakur put it all together, I'ma tell y'all when he puts it all together. When he put it all together, I promise you, it's gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson, Terence Crawford. I didn't have to be in the ring with Terence Crawford.
Brian Bomac McIntyre then completely shifts the lens. He's not talking excuses. He's talking levels. When Bomac calls Shakur's performance a masterpiece, it doesn't sound like post-fight hype. It sounds like a coach recognizing clean work. He immediately points it toward the next generation. If you're a young fighter trying to learn boxing the right way, rewind the tape and take notes. When he says he knew Shakur would dominate the moment the fight was announced, that's not disrespect to Teofimo. It's respect for how styles work at the elite level. When Bomac says whatever Teofimo tried just wasn't going to work, that's brutal honesty. There was no door to walk through. This wasn't about speed or power. It was about thinking faster.
Yeah, masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful.
When you were watching it, did you feel right away Shakur's gonna run away with this?
Well, I kind of figured that when they said they was gonna fight each other, so I knew Shakur was gonna dominate him, but they must hype the fight up.
Bomac even jokes that the best way to beat Shakur might be to stay away from him, and honestly, that might be the most accurate scouting report so far. What elevates this segment is how seamlessly he pivots to Terence Crawford. When he says Bud has nothing left to prove, it feels earned. 3 undisputed runs, domination across divisions, and walking away before time collects interest. That's beating boxing itself. And when Bomac describes working with Crawford like a classroom, the connection becomes clear. The same gym that built Bud's mind is shaping Shocker's future. Different stages. Same system. This wasn't a fluke. This was education.
And then just the way he dominates this fighter. There's never been a fight that Terence had that's been suspect or they wanted to run it back or something like that. There's not one fighter. Most of the fighters that he fought, he ended their career. Or they never was the same fighter after he fought them. Just look at it. Look at it, man. The last 3 guys, man, look what he did to them. The last 4 or 5 guys. Jesus Christ.
When you stack all of this together, the picture becomes clear. Terence Crawford checked the culture. Shakur Stevenson answered in the only language that matters. Everyone else has been reacting to the aftershock. Teofimo didn't just lose a fight. He ran into a collision of talk, identity, preparation, and reality. His father is still searching for explanations. Tim Bradley is warning that this wasn't Shocker's final form. Bomac is calmly explaining what high-level boxing looks like when talent meets discipline. This wasn't chaos or coincidence. This was separation. Shakur didn't need to be loud or violent. He just needed time and space. And once he had it, the entire division felt smaller.
All I had to do was watch with my eyes one and hear the same thing that I said about Crawford, the way Crawford said about Shakur, and how confident he is in Shakur because he's been in the ring with Shakur and he knows what Shakur can do. That's all.
Now it's on you. Drop your thoughts in the comments and really debate this one. Was this about skill, mindset, karma, or all of it colliding at once? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Punch Power. See you in the next one.